Get out of here already! Dang it, I gotta set those floodlights already before he comes back tonight. Come on, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's go. That frightened the facial fuzz right off this pretty mug. But not to worry, with my extra testosterone level, this will be a full beard by the end of the video. More importantly, pay attention to how I'm going to show you set up that floodlight. I'm going to go through all the functions to show you how to set up your sensor, your timer, and your light functions. Come on, let's go outside. I'll show you how it's done. Alright, before we set up the floodlight, you got to make sure that your floodlight switch is in the on position. Put power to all the floodlights, and then we can go outside and set it up. First, before we begin, if you think this is the proper way to use a ladder, you need to stop before you hurt yourself. Get yourself a good ladder. Make sure you follow the instructions that are on the side of the ladder, the weight limits, how to set it up. It's all on there from the manufacturer of the ladder. Make sure that your ladder is stable. You're close enough to where you want to work that you're not going to lean over to one side or the other and lose your balance. If you don't feel comfortable on a ladder, don't do it. Don't get up on top of it. You're going to have some trouble. I'm going to show you how to set up an extension ladder if you have one of those and you want to use it. If you want to use an extension ladder, that's fine, but one thing to remember, put something over the ends of these so you don't scratch a wall and cause more damage. They have commercial protectors you can buy and slide over here, but a pair of old socks, preferably ones that have been washed and don't give off a foul odor, that's the one to use. Slide those over the end, like so. Just something to keep from scratching your finish because you want to make more work for yourself than you have to. Get that slid over the end. There you go, you've got a little cushion now, it's not going to scrape your paint. Put your ladder in position. Make sure you have nice flat ground to work on. Make sure it's stable, it's at a good angle. Something you can work off of. Again, keep the weight over the ladder. You're steady on your ladder, you can reach your work. You're not leaning to one side or the other. And again, if you don't feel comfortable on the ladder, don't get on the ladder. Let me go over the functions of these switches and buttons on here. Starting from left to right. First, your lamp mode. Now it's set to normal. Whenever it detects motion, it'll come on right away, full bright, without any delay. If you switch it to soft, it'll start dim and then come on to full bright. If you switch it to flash, it'll flash when you detect motion. Over here is the range. You'll see there's a minimum and a maximum. Minimum, if you set it to that, you'll be able to detect your neighbor's kid coming near your window. If you set it to maximum, you'll detect your neighbor's cat and coming near your window. You always want to start towards the minimum because you'll minimize false readings. On the on time, the test, I'm going to show you what that does exactly in a moment. That right there will actually allow you to set up your light. If you set it to 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 20 minutes, when it detects motion, it'll turn on for that time period. It does exactly what it says. Dual bright. This is for your light sensing. When it turns dark, you can either have this off. It means your light won't come on at all when it becomes dark. If you turn it for 3 hours, 6 hours, or dusk to dawn, that's how long your light will stay on after it becomes dark. That's up to you. That's your personal preference. All right. To set this up, we need to switch it to the test mode and make sure that light is on, the switch is on inside, or your light won't turn on like I showed you earlier. And then let me turn this sensor to the proper position and I'll show you how we set it up. And now we're going to set up your motion detection system here. In this sensor, you need to aim at the area where you want the motion to be detected. First, make sure your test switch is on, and of course your light switch in your casual dining area is turned to the on position, or this will not work at all. Now, move your sensor in the direction you want it to aim. And now you see how that light came on? That's because my hand moved in front of the sensor. It's going to take a few seconds to shut back off. Now I'll move my hand in front of it again. You'll see that the sensor detects the motion. All right. Now that you've got it aimed at the area you want the motion to be detected, get down on the ground there and walk in an arc in front of it and see if that's the exact area you want the motion to be detected. Now that you have your test button set, we're going to move across the detection zone and set that up. We're going to move. You see the light turns on. We're going to wait a few seconds. Light goes off. Move again. Repeat that process until you find your detection zone. After you set that up, set your range. Remember, maximum will catch a raccoon creeping across your lawn. Minimum will catch your daughter's boyfriend creeping across the lawn. After that's set up, there's one more feature I want to show you inside. That'll let you use the light in a normal on-off fashion. I'll show you that inside. If you want to use your floodlight like a normal light on-off, turn it off for 3 to 4 seconds, then turn it back on. That'll turn the light on and it'll stay on all night. If you want to shut it back off, turn it off for 3 to 4 seconds, then turn it back on. It'll go back to the motion detection setting. That's all there is to it. Now it's time for that nap. Now see, that wasn't too difficult. Now I can relax and enjoy my nap. Sorry, I mean our nap. Alright, just don't hog all the blankets this time. Alright, just don't hog all the blankets this time. Frightened the facial... Keep going. That frightened the facial fuzz right off this pretty mug. Don't worry, by the end of this video, pesky raccoon coming across your yard, you set it to minimum, you're gonna detect that pesky boyfriend of your dog. Dang it, I gotta set those floodlights.